It's Wednesday, January 14th, 2026 at 4:11 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is James Timms with the Gorehounds. Up, Paul Burt. One from Denver, Iowa, from the UK. Episode 136 in the Primetime Gorehounds. Tonight we're watching 1991. Freddy's dead. Oh boy.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yes, we are.
Freddy's dead. The final nightmare. The greatest horror movie ever created. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the depths of hell of this franchise. Paul, what was the first time you seen this pile of donkey shit?
The first time I saw this movie was when it was on TV about 2 or 3 years after its release, when they were getting ready to release Wes Craven's new Nightmare at the time. They were doing like a marathon on TV station. So that's how I knew about this particular one. And the last time I saw this one was, I think, about just over 20 years ago. And it's only just recently now that I'm watching it again because I got the Blu-ray box set that has all 7 original films in here. But yeah, this movie here, folks, it's the for a lot of people, this is the second worst movie in the franchise, with the remake being on the top of that pile.
Fascinating. Well, yes. I figured that since we did Jason Goes to Hell, and we did Jason Goes to Hell. We did Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers. I figured, why the hell not?
Well, it was going to happen sooner or later.
Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Next week it'll be Scream 3. No. There's no shot. That happening. But
did we already do Scream 3? Yeah, we did. We did the whole marathon watch along.
Oh, you're right. But Freddy's dead. Yes, I'm watching this off of YouTube. I'm paused about 3-4 seconds into the movie, just as New Line Cinema's logo is about to it's about to come up on the screen.
Yeah.
If you want to set your DVD, VHS, wood burning, disc, whatever it is you're watching it on, if you're watching along with us to that's where we are set. The first time I saw Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, geez, I don't know what it was. Actually, I didn't see it in theater. Clearly, because I was born in 1993. It's coming out in 1991.
I was only about 7 when this came out, so I wasn't old enough to see it.
So maybe some point around late 90s, early 2000s, and I thought it was dreadful. I thought this was absolutely dreadful. When you look at the contrast, and sometimes you don't notice the contrast, like when you watch a series. It's funny because when you watch a series, if you're not watching it all at once, if you don't sit down and have a marathon where you 1 through 6, if you watch 1 and 2, then maybe that's how you normally watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get the introspective how bad the 6th movie really is. Until you watch the 6th movie and you go all the way back to watch the 1st movie, and you're like, holy shit, like the tone is night and day, the feeling is night and day, the makeup is just dreadful. Look at his face. Look at Freddy's face. It is terrible.
It's atrocious.
And of course, as we know, as the series went on, by the time we hit part 4 or 5, Robert Englund did not want to sit in the makeup chair for hours upon hours upon hours. and so they decided to kind of streamline the process and maybe not go as in depth or as detailed as they would have on makeup to try. So instead of sitting for like 4 hours from Robert, he was probably sitting in the chair probably like 90 minutes or 2 hours, something like that. Like
Look,
the makeup is just awful. It looks like bubblegum. He doesn't look scary. He's not in shadow. He's in bright lit situations. He's a full. He's a caricature of what he once was.
looking at that makeup,
of what he once was.
looking at that makeup, that looks like a 40 to 50-minute job, easy.
Easy. It's like Carnival Barker, like shooting up the fish. I don't know, not the fish, not the like the algae or something, whatever. But that's what it is. It's like it's bad, it's terrible. And listen, I know there are people I know those people that are going to say, "Oh yeah, well, I can have fun with it." That's great. That's great. Have fun with it. And it's still dog shit. It's still shit. It's awful shit. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, I'm calling it shit. Well, you can leave.
We got most.
This is my house.
Well, we got Motionless Zombie in the chat box saying, unpopular opinion minus the goofy ending. He likes this movie.
That's great. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you, but I'm saying it's shit. And if you don't like it, you can leave. That's just the way it works. If you love the movie, I cannot look. Is there anybody out there that thinks this is the greatest movie of all time? Not the greatest movie of all time. Is there anybody out there that thinks that this movie is their favorite Elm Street film? Is there anybody out there in the chat room watching After the Fact? Comment below, let us know. Is there anybody out there? If this is your favorite Elm Street movie, this is your absolute favorite Elm Street movie. Jeez Louise, I don't know. It's just, and when you saw this movie for the first time, Paul, how depressing was this experience for you?
Well, after seeing like the first 4 or 5 movies leading up to it at the time, I was just like thinking, man, what the hell are they doing here? I mean, this movie had more comedy than there was horror, which there's anything wrong with having comedy in a horror movie, but this one was just overkill, man. And Freddy just didn't feel as scary as he was. We didn't see that kind of scare factor in again until the next movie. But for a lot of intent and purposes, this was allegedly supposed to be it. But it didn't go that way. But yeah, this movie was I'm not a fan of this one at all. I mean, there is some moments where I'm just like, yeah, you know, that's pretty cool. Like the video game dream sequence, okay, fine. But everything else about this movie, I'm just like, I've seen better.
Well, if you're someone that's even older than Paul, definitely older than me, and you was able to watch these movies in their primes, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn, dude.
But I was gonna say congratulations, huh? But I envy you. I really do, because it's a thing where it's like, to be able to watch the first Elm Street, you know, especially the first, like the first installments of a lot of these movies, like Jaws, Exorcist, Elm Street, Halloween, Friday. To be able to watch those movies for the first time for the first time is probably, not even just those movies, just like the peak of the slasher genre, you know, like in the late 80s. I really envy you guys. I really do. I really do. So like, it was such a fun time, man. A blast.
Oh, it was. It sure was, man. I mean, I was fortunate enough, even though I was born in the 80s, but I was fortunate enough to grow up during that time and then to see the revival of it during the 90s, being old enough to know about it back then. Yeah, those times were good, man.
Yes, yeah. Well, for me, I grew up in you could really say 2000s. We still had a good run in horror, you know, but compared to back in the day, like I said, like 3 pop culture icons and Freddy, Jason, and Michael, and see them in their primes, man. It would have been it was a sight to see, man. It was a sight to see.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I guess we should get this over with.
Let's end the
All
pain.
right, here we go. Here we go. All right, if you guys know the rules, well,
just say it.
It's 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, press play. 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, press play.
And if you don't press play, hey, we ain't gonna hold it against you. We'll save you the pain of watching it, so you don't have to.
All right, here we go. This fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you chose it.
I did. 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in, regretfully.
This lame ass music by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh yeah, it was them as well. And this was also New Line
Do
Cinema's...
you know the terror? He falls asleep to the very toes. He's terrified because the ground gives way under him, and the dreams begins.
Yep. Freddy's. Yep. And then, of course, Freddy's going to reply back with this one.
Welcome to Primetime, bitch. Okay, that's funny. Like you have this very poetic, philosophical quote, and then it says, "Welcome to Primetime, bitch." I think that's funny.
And this is the first New Line Cinema movie that dabbled in the whole 3D thing,
which I thought was pointless.
They wanted to do it back then, and I think they were using the pretty good new type of camera system, because this one kind of looks a little bit slick looking. So yeah,
I don't like the. Again, like when it comes to music like this, like the song itself is fine. It just takes you out of it, like look at the first film, how the first film started. It's very moody, it's atmospheric, it's dark, it's Freddy building the glove. It's a creepy opening to the film. And then you get this, it's like, don't fall asleep tonight. It's like, yeah, okay.
Well, Freddy did hit the MTV culture mode right here at this point.
You're right.
Of course you're gonna have a lot of music that's gonna kind of match that. And the thing about the story of this one is that they're trying to say that pretty much every teenager got wiped out in Springwood in the US because of Freddy Krueger. So it's almost kind of apocalyptic in this one.
But again, go back and watch the first one, folks. It's just, this movie is just it's totally lost. And again, there's not certain moments and shots and scenes in a vacuum. Of course, that's a cool shot whatsoever. But when he's riding that broomstick, Paul, when he's pulling out the Wicked Witch shit, bro, I was like, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. He's done. He's cooked.
I remember when I saw that, I was just like, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
Like, it's over. And of course, when he's on the bus and he runs over this douchebag, he's like, no screaming while the bus is in motion. It's like, now, granted, Robert seems like he's having fun. He does seem like he's having fun in this.
Yeah.
But it just feels like such a sellout to his character. Not calling Robert Englund a sellout, but his character has been holed out.
Yeah, I mean, like his character pretty much tapped every type of media resources you can think of at this time. I mean, like this was at the point now where Freddy was overexposed. I mean, even Jason, as big as an iconic character he is, didn't get this level of mainstream exposure like Freddy did.
Well, Jason he was on the Arsenio Hall show, which was a very big show at the time.
I remember that interview he had when they were promoting Part 8, and he just wasn't saying anything. I remember that.
But yeah, like he killed all the way to say fuck you, Lisa Wilcox.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just act like Alice didn't exist. Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I mean, like when I saw this bit with they got the house literally flying, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then what we're about to see next, this is when I was just like, all right, man, what are we doing here?
again, this becomes less about Freddy. It becomes more about what crazy dream can we conjure up next. And I get, as you're moving a narrative along, you have to outdo yourself, or you're doing the same thing over and over again. But just here, I gotta stop. Look at this.
Oh shit! Here it is.
See, and that's our first introduction to Freddy, folks. That's our first introduction to Freddy. That's the first time we see Freddy Krueger in this movie. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, it's hokey, it's gimmicky, it's lame, it's cheap. It's, my God.
Can you imagine if this was somebody's introduction to the series?
Oh my God, bro.
That's what I mean.
And then you have to be like, oh, no, you gotta, come here. Let me show you this VHS tape of the 1984 film. Like, it felt like Freddy, in the first couple films, it felt like Freddy was invading their world. Like, he was being intrusive into their dreams. The dreams were not overly sensational. They were creepy and weird and eerie. They felt like real dreams that people really would have. These just feel like you're going to some weird, far off, fictitious. It feels hokey to me. It's too much. It's too much. It's like watching an amusement park. It's like an amusement park.
It's basically what this is what it's become at this point. Now it's got to the point where this film has now become just a interactive theme park, a horror house. You know what I mean? That you know, like one of those ones you go to. I mean, listen to the music choice they got playing right now, for Christ's sake.
And didn't they play the music? And didn't they play the music of the Wicked Witch of the? They played the music while he was on that fucking broomstick. Like, like, come on.
Dream Quest Images. That's that was a James Cameron effects crew at one time, I think. Or was it Digital Domain? I don't remember. I think Dream Quest had some affiliation with that. CJ Straught, production designer. Well, he had a damn horrible job doing this. Who the hell wrote this screenplay? I'm gonna have to look this up.
This is a long ass tumble.
I know, right? That looked like a 2.5 minute one. Yeah, screenplay by Michael DeLuca, but the story was actually written by the person who directed this film. Her name is Rachel Tandley.
Yeah, and she's been involved with the franchise since the very beginning, but that's great. You know, she gets to have her own movie, but she's not a good director.
Nah, this is definitely not the movie. She's only directed 4 movies. The last one.
There's Bobby Shea.
Oh yeah. There's some early day 3D. There's that shit with the bus. Dude, like, to go from absolutely fucking terrifying to absolutely campy.
What was screaming while the bus was in motion? Look, I understand. Look, I get why people can have fun with it. I understand it. I understand that people, but when a movie becomes, this is my problem, Paul, with a lot of horror films. It's not that there's a surrealism to this film, and the effects are cool, and the effects are cool, and the surrealism is cool, all that kind of stuff. It's really dreamlike. It's really cartoony. You can watch it. It's not boring to watch, right? When I say I don't like this movie, it's crap. I'm not saying it's boring. It's certainly not boring. Halloween 6 isn't boring. I don't think Halloween Resurrection's boring. I don't think these bad films are boring. I just think they become too sticky, too gimmicky. And if your only reason to watch them is because you're watching, I just like watching it for the stupidity of it. Well, then
fine, whatever.
You've lost the point. You don't care about the story. You don't care about the characters. You don't care about how it connects to the bigger picture. You don't care about the nuances of the through line and the consistency and how it ties things together. All that stuff that makes something feel complete, and the arcs, all that kind of stuff. If you're all you're doing is just watching it for people to say, I like watching Jason Goes to Hell because it's fun nonsense. Okay, but I mean that you just like have different standards than me. You just have different standards than me. Because at the same time, it's a catch-22. This is the reality you face when you go on and on and on. It's just the reality.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even though I've seen pretty much every single movie in this series, and I've seen all the Friday the 13th, and there are some that I like, and there are some that I'm just like, okay, that movie's not very good, but I can still somewhat tolerate it to some extent. But when it gets too when it starts to lose its way like this one did, and like Friday the 13th did, then you start losing the essence of what made the original movies so damn good in the first place. And that's why people keep going back to the originals.
And that's why it's important to end stories, to complete the arcs, complete the characters, and not come off as jaded and disjointed shit. You know, if you feel different to me, then I'm fine. But I'm not somebody. I never would. I've probably seen this movie maybe this right now, maybe third or fourth time in my life seeing this. When I sit down and watch it, I don't watch movies I don't like. Okay, I don't like this movie, but it's fun. Okay, yeah, some brain fart, let's get high, but I gotta watch Freddy's Dead to feel complete. I don't. I watched the first film or the first 3 movies to feel complete. I watched the first 4 because 4 is my favorite. But maybe it's because it's age, maybe it's because how you grow up, maybe it's just different standards. But yeah.
Well, yeah, like for me, I do feel like the story was reached its closure when we got to part 3. I still watch the other sequels, of course, if I'm in the mood to do it. But in terms of the storyline for this, for my intent and purposes, I think the story arc should have ended on 3, then let it go away for a couple of years, and then you could have done New Nightmare. You didn't even have to do 4, 5, and 6. You could just finish on 3, take a break, and then jump right into that New Nightmare. That's how I would have done it anyway.
I agree. Emotional Zombie said Scream is heading down that road. Yeah. Like I don't really feel. But I see the teaser and I saw the poster. I really don't feel. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. I don't feel as excited for it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like
I don't. I just don't. Like I'm gonna see it, but I don't feel excited to.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna go check out Scream 7 because, as you guys have known, I'm the kind of person where if I watch one, I'm gonna be pretty much obligated to check out the rest, no matter how good or bad they are. But with Scream 7, like I got mixed feelings about it because I want to be excited to see it. I want to see it turn out to be a good one, but at the same time, I'm like the the mess that it had when it came to the production of this movie is what kind of, and not to mention the fact that pretty much all the spoilers got fucking taken out, and elephant in the room with Stu being back in this one. They could have just not told anybody about that, but that was like Hollywood's worst kept secret.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that.
I know, but there's a lot of people out there, as we've been saying, like for a lot of years. There's always those people say, "Come on, man, we gotta have Stu back. We gotta have Stu back," and now they're getting what they want. But the question is, when they watch it, is it worth it? When they see it, will it be worth it for them?
Oh, there's Freddy's daughter. Since when?
When did that happen?
Since when did that happen? Like, why was she never brought up in the other 5 movies before this? Again, just pulling shit out their ass.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they just figured, okay, how are we going to make this connection? Oh, no, let's bring Freddy's daughter in. When the fuck did that happen? When did he fuck someone? I don't know. We just put it in there.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it's one thing about it's one. I mean, when it came to like the Jamie Lloyd's character, it makes sense that's it's a connection that makes sense. She's Laurie Strode's daughter. It makes sense. But when you do shit like this and Jason goes to hell, or Jason had a sister, Freddy had a daughter, you're like, since when? There was no connection. There's no. Hate when movies do shit like that.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what Chaz and Motionless Zombie says here. Chaz is saying Scream should have ended on 4. Nah, it should have ended on 3. That should have been it right there. Oh, better yet, if you want to go one better.
Should have ended at 1.
Yeah, or maybe 6. You could have ended it in a couple of ways. But this is the trouble, man. When you have a film that's caused a lot of headway, makes a lot of money, and creates a lot of fanfare, of course they're going to make more. Whether you agree with it or not, that's what's going to happen. If the money's there, and if the demand is there, for better or for worse, they're going to keep making them.
But nobody wants to immune to having the same problem. Like, if you want to go all the way back, like, if you that might be the best option to keep going to make more money. But don't think you can go on forward with another 8 films and think you're not gonna have problems. You're gonna run into the same problems. You just allowed yourself that you're just gonna make more money. But the more movies you make, you're gonna run into the same problem. Like, okay, all right, Scream 7. What are we gonna do? We're like, oh, what, Paul? If they make like a Scream 15 in 20 years from now, and Ghostface is coming out to Neff Campbell when she's like 65 years old, it's gonna get to the point like, okay, enough is enough. Like,
I don't think it's gonna make it to 15. Maybe this one might be it, or it might go up to maybe 8 or 9. I don't know, but
again, I'm speaking from a fan art film perspective. If I was to take off take off my fan hat and start my business hat, Paul, what you just said makes perfect sense. But I put my fan hat, it's a completely different thing. It's a completely different thing to talk about. Like, if I was a producer, oh, well, let's get more money. Again, I get the business side of it. But from a purely artistic side, these things have shelf lives. And shelf lives, I should say. And the Elm Street movies are always fun. Even part 6 here, it's fun from a spectacle point of view in terms of the effects, the surrealism. That's a weird thing that happened, or it's not boring. It's not a boring movie, but it's like, what is this? What are we watching now? What is this? Who is this guy? Who is Freddy? Like, what was his arc? How did he change? Like, why was he all bosses in motion in the first film? Why wasn't he doing that? Why wasn't he doing that in the second film? Why all of a sudden he's so completely off his rocker here? It's like, what's the point of that? There's no consistency. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
I wish I knew, but I kind of feel like the campiness started when we got part 4 came out, because like you said earlier, a lot of people say that that's like the MTV of the series.
Look, part 4 is my favorite. Okay,
I like part 4 too.
But even part 4, you could see the change. Okay, you could see it. Part 5 is just dreadful, and part 6 is even more dog shit.
I think you could say Wes Craven kind of brought it back to its roots, to the closest what he had when he came back to do the 7th one, like a decade after the first. So they finally let him do what he wanted to do with it.
That's true. Even though I don't like how he disses his own movies and Scream. The first one was great. The rest of them sucked. I'm like, Wes, you gonna diss shit on your own movie like that?
It's Wes, after all.
You worked on part 3. You did New Nightmare. You think those movies sucked?
I don't know. I guess he did. I'm guessing he felt that it was a departure to what he was originally intending from the original film. I think he wanted to keep that trend going that he created in that first movie.
One of my favorite endings is Dream Warriors, when the light turns on in the paper mache house. And I love that, because you don't see Freddy, and you think, and it makes you wonder, was that Freddy, or or was like the nightmare was going to continue. Like I know what the intention was to let you know that Freddy's not dead. But because I don't know, it just seems more mature to me. It seems smarter, not a cliche eye opening or hand coming out the chest, which was still cool, by the way. But it wasn't overused. It was smart. It was subtle. It was here I go, nuance, people. And if that had been the last Nightmare film we'd ever got, and now in 2026 they're talking about rebooting it or doing a sequel whatsoever, I'd be fucking jacked. I'd be excited. Hell, even part 4, when Alice throws the thing into the well and you see that Freddy's reflection, it quickly disappears. That stuff I kind of like. But but endings like that, or in part 3, I totally would have done. But no, we had to go on. We had to keep going.
Yeah, exactly. This reboot that's been going on now for the last 16 years. They've been trying to get another one going ever since that clusterfuck of a disaster that the 2010 remake turned out to be. And I know that Robert Englund was talking about the idea of maybe coming back to do Freddy, but as an animated voiceover character. Which, okay, fine, I could deal with that. Because I mean, I don't mind seeing animated films or whatever. But if you're gonna do like a straight up reboot of this. Hang on. If you're going to do a reboot of this or some kind of direct sequel, then first of all, you better get the right people that know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to writing it. Don't get some random jackass that's just doing it for a paycheck, right? And you better make damn sure you find the right guy to play Freddy. Somebody out there. And I would say go, like you were saying a while back, James, go for someone who's unknown. Someone who can surprise people.
Oh my god, this just popped in my head. Can you imagine? Do you remember that food? Do you remember that food eating scene in part 5? Oh
yeah, I remember that.
It was fucking terrible.
That was yeah.
And I enjoy the Nightmare films for the most part. But now this movie was direct now I will say that I do have my own little problems with the Nightmare films. Like the first film, I'm not the biggest fan of the ending. The third film, I don't like the fact that Nancy died the way she died. Part 4, I didn't like the way how the Dream Warriors went out so quickly. Part 5, the whole movie. 6, the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that the survivors from the third movie got wiped out like that, I'm just like, no, they shouldn't have been taken out like that. That's kind of like, that's, to do a comparison, and I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, that's like doing Joel from The Last of Us 2 dirty. They did the Dream Warriors dirty.
They did. But the difference was, I can't speak for everybody else, but I actually liked Alice. I love the Alice character. So I was okay with them killing up the Dream Warriors. Now, I believe Peter Jackson gave New Line a script for this movie.
Yes, he did. Yeah. He was gonna. I got it here on the. I'm gonna see if I can find. Hold on. Yeah, Peter Jackson's original screenplay was gonna see Freddy's aging and growing weak within the dream world, and the teens of Springwood would have a drug-fueled slumber party just for kicks, so they can enter his dream world and just beat the fuck out of him. And that was it.
Fascinating. That would, and of course, they did not let him do that movie, but they called him back to do a little project called Lord of the Rings, which I don't really care for, but it was really, really popular.
Dude, I saw all 3 movies in the cinema, and I remember the experience for that series. Like when the second movie came out, everybody was just blown away by it. But by the time we got to that third one, and this is the first time I ever experienced this, in any time I've seen a film in the cinema. At the end of the movie, everybody had a standing ovation.
I'm sorry, Paul. I totally forgot. Fucking Roseanne Barr, Tom Arnold's in this shit.
Oh yeah, shit, that is them.
Oh god, that's a Nightmare movie with Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr. That's where we're
here.
at, folks. That's where this franchise is gone, folks.
I even hear Johnny Depp had a little cameo in this as well.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp's actually cool.
That's true.
And there's nothing. We haven't seen Freddy in a while. Like, there's nothing. This is not. This is not a scary movie. We're not
20 minutes into the movie.
It's nothing creepy. There's nothing weird. It's just, hey, folks. It's like
this movie. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It is a fucking schlocky camp fest. Not there's anything wrong with the schlockiness, and the campiness, but this was too much, way too much for something like this.
It wasn't. I think this is Lisa Zane. I think this is Billy Zane's sister.
Yeah. Oh, and Motionless Zombie here said he would love to see a Nightmare on Elm Street video game set in the dream world. Yeah, as long as it's not a bloody multiplayer bullshit like the other games have.
Oh well, we never know if this new Halloween game is a success. Yay! The possibilities are endless.
I know they got a single player campaign, but again, like I said, dude, it's built within the confines of a multiplayer structure. That's the core basis of the game. So I have my doubts about it because of who's involved in it. This is why I'm more excited for Hellraiser than the Halloween game, because I know with that Hellraiser game, it's going to be a straight up story driven horror experience, nothing more, and that's what I want.
You know, Paul, it's too bad that studios, when it comes to horror, it's too bad they turn out so much garbage, just so much garbage. Like the first couple are great, and I get it. It's show business. I completely understand it. I get it. Okay, but I've had conversations with. It's a different world, you know. I've sat in on. I mean, not like actual like film meetings. I've never done that, but I have known a couple people that's actually worked in Hollywood, and I was told, like, if you're lucky, you don't have to deal with the director, and sometimes voice actors and all that stuff. But yeah, like these studios don't really give a fuck. They don't really give a damn. It's just like, oh well, as long as it makes us money, like they don't really care about the love of the fans. Like they don't really give a shit.
It's a business for those studios, man. It's a business, unless you're like one of them indie made film studios that actually do make stuff for the fans. You know, studios like Bloody Disgusting or Cineverse, or Shudder, things like that. But a lot of these bigger studios like Universal, like New Line and all that, and Warner Brothers, it's a money thing for them. I mean, like,
not even just movies, but just like it's all about patterns and marketing and subliminal messaging. Like it's a business, and like movies make money. Then if bad movies continue to make money, studios won't change it. I get that's the thing you have to understand. If bad movies continue, like if bad movies make cash, the studios won't. They're not going to want to change it. Like, let's do it again. Let's do it like this, because it made money, and again, I'm getting very rudimentary watching this goddamn movie, but there's a lot more variables I can really at play, but
let's just face
it. Look at these newspaper clippings. Look at these newspaper clippings. It's like, there's no mention of Nancy. There's no mention of Alice. There's no. This is your last movie, Paul. You need to be calling back. Like, this is the final film. Like, you gotta tie in all the loose ends. It's like, and I know that they originally wanted to do that, but for some odd reason they couldn't. And then the story about Peter Jackson. it's an I don't know if I would liked that, seeing Freddy bitched out. He's already bitched out here, but like this is the final film. Like, let's go all out.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna do a final movie, you better fucking bring everything you got to make sure that it's gonna be a standout. I mean, that's what I know. I've brought this film up numerous times, but I mean, Terrifier 4 for starters, man. We know this is gonna be the last one, and they said they're gonna go fucking all out. Origin story about him, full blown fucking epic gore, everything to tie it all up. It's all gonna happen in this one film.
Yeah, bro. Like, imagine if they did. Imagine Paul in Halloween 2018. Imagine Halloween 2018, and they didn't mention Loomis. Like, if you're gonna do a movie that's gonna making movies is tough. It's really hard, but it starts with a good script. It starts with a vision, a focused vision, a good script, a direction, and and this is a time too, Paul, when the slasher genre, as I said many times, by the 90s, it was dead. And the studios just kind of wanted to wrap shit up. Nobody cared about this shit at this point, at that time. It was dead.
Yeah.
It was dead.
People were dumb with slasher movies because remember, during the 80s, we were in the golden age of horror slashers, and we were getting fucking slasher movies left, right, and center. Some of them ended up being cult classics. Some of them ended up being lost in obscurity, and some of them ended up becoming multi-million franchises, like some of these here.
Where's that light source coming from? It's so concentrated.
No, looks like it's coming from the prop door. Somebody fucked up on that stage light, man.
It's following them though. It's like it's so. Oh no. It just seems very concentrated.
Yeah. But like I said, like a lot of these films back in the day, a lot of them rolled the dice, and some became enduring, and some just got lost. That's a nice effect there with the blood.
I like that.
Whatever.
When they shoot the door and blood comes out, I like that. See, I like stuff like that. But when you put cool stuff in a vacuum in a bad movie overall, it just feels wasted, right?
Yep,
it just
pretty
feels.
Much. Now it's a fucking house again. I mean, it has some good ideas when it comes to the effects and everything.
It does.
But
like the production design's cool.
Yeah. But it's just that the story of this movie is just so... It's inconsistent. And the fact that you don't even mention key characters from the past, like, why are you not doing that?
And if I recall, they're in Nancy's house right now, right?
Yeah, this is Nancy's house, yeah. So that's the only mention we're going to get? The house?
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's interesting. I guess the point I was making. When it comes to movies and keeping on going, it's just you get it just sooner or later. Like Paul, like if me and you directed a movie and the first movie is fantastic, it's loved.
Yep.
And we come back to a sequel, we can do the sequel.
Oh yeah.
But once we get past 3, it's good. Paul. This is gonna be a conversation I'm gonna have with you, Paul. Like Paul, I don't know. I don't know how to keep this going.
Well, the way I would see it would be simply like this: unless we have a really good reason to how to keep it going, we might as well just stop here and let someone else handle it, as long as they know what the fuck they're doing. But if we can't figure out what to do next beyond 3, then maybe this is where we close it.
Yeah, that's why that's what I was. I'm glad with the Terrifier films. Damien Leone said this is gonna be the last one, because honestly, Paul, I just feel like you're gonna have to end this soon. Because Paul, like the more crazy shit you do, you have to top that with every movie. It's gonna get to a point. Like I was at the peak of the Terrifier franchises too. To me, that was the peak of the franchise. 3, it was still cool,
but it was a box office monster.
But you could tell from the fan reaction that they liked 2 more, and it's gonna get to a point where it's like they're gonna be like, okay, what else you got? So that's why, hey, got in when it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, like the fourth movie, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. I'm kind of sad to see it end, but I understand why it has to. You know how much I've enjoyed that series, man, from the jump, because it's been like it reminded me of like all the old school ones I grew up from back in the day, and I'm just surprised by how good that fucking series has turned out and how successful it's becoming. I mean, this is a studio and filmmakers that came from nothing, and look what it's become now.
But look at this, Paul. Like these movies feel spoof. It feels like I'm watching a Saturday Night Live skit of Elm Street. Like they
That's
feel
exactly
like
what this is.
they feel like Carnival Funhouse rides. And if you like it, that's fine. But why did we get here? How did we get here? From part one and part two, when those are two of the most darkest, scariest films of this franchise. Then we get to hear it's like how what happened, you know?
Dude, to me, the second movie for me personally was definitely the darkest one.
Like, well, look at him. Like he's sneaking up like, oh, you know, like he's now behind him. He cut off his ear, he took his hearing aid off, he's all deaf and shit.
Robert Englund, I like you playing as Freddy Krueger, but you were just too campy in this.
And the makeup is bad. It is terrible. It looks like he's covered in bubble gum.
Looks like an uncooked pizza.
Again, he's having fun. You can tell he's having a blast. But
yeah,
that might be the only slight reason why I don't completely hate this film, because Robert's having a blast. But everything around him is just. And here's another thing too. I don't like these kids. I don't give a fuck about them. Okay.
I didn't find anything likable about them at all.
No, I don't like Breckenmeyer. I don't like this kid here. I don't like this one chick that's always wants to fight all the time. I don't give a fuck about. Like I said, in part 4, yes, the Dream Warriors dying sucked. Terrible. Bad idea. But
that was bullshit.
Bro, you damn right.
Go to jail. That's what happened.
This is some bullshit.
You all right?
Yeah.
It was terrible. But I at least had Alice. Because I enjoyed her character arc. I enjoyed her character. To me, she's probably one of the most underrated final girls in horror films. And it's blasphemous, but I always preferred Alice over Nancy.
Yeah.
Here,
man.
Like I don't care about this kid. I don't care about this fucking guy who thinks he's Freddy's son. I barely give a fuck about his daughter because she just showed up. There's no.
Why are they adding cartoon noises to the nails? What?
Oh God!
Like, this is just.
And doesn't he say something like, "Nice hair from your Carlos"?
I think he does. Hang on.
He looks so bad here. He looks so terrible here.
The fucking chalkboard. Dude.
Oh, I fucking hate when he starts. Watch when he starts clawing the chalkboard and he starts going around and he's moving his body. He looks like a douche. He looks like a total doofus. It's so silly. It's not scary. It's silly. It's not scary. That's what it is. These are not scary movies anymore. Once you get to this point, they're not scary.
They're lame.
Look at Robert here.
I mean, say what you want about. I mean, for people say what you want about the Saw franchises, but at least they stayed fucking scary, even the worst ones.
Another head exploding.
My head's about to explode after watching this fucking monstrosity.
Paul, when it gets to the point where it gets to him playing the video game,
and I'm a video game guy,
Robert Englund got stung by a bee.
Yeah,
he looks terrible. He looks. Now, Paul, compare this look to his look on Nightmare 2, you'll be wondering, like, what the fuck happened to you?
Hey, what about his look on New Nightmare?
Well, that was after this. But I'm talking like,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
If you look before, his look was pretty good. But to me, I've always said this. I thought the best looking Freddy was part 2.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
that
not
was the
gonna
best
argue
look. I thought that was the best looking, the most scariest looking Freddy.
And that was Freddy at his most evil.
At his most evil.
Yeah. But this shit, I mean, like, I'm a video game guy, so I kind of got the joke when it comes to the whole video game thing, but like Freddy playing a video game, though, I'm just like, okay.
But it's like,
You
hey,
didn't need
you
to do it.
forgot the power glove, like, and it wasn't
Power
that like,
glove.
wasn't that like you've got the power? Wasn't that the tagline for the power glove back then? You've got the power, or the power's in the glove, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was the Nintendo Power Glove thing. I think, if I remember right, it was
God,
Nintendo. I think. Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on.
God, this was a movie that this was definitely when I was made in the early '90s.
Yeah, Sonic 2 just came out around that time. And Super Mario World, let's not forget that. And the SNES. Yeah, it was a Nintendo Power Glove. Yeah. Hang on, I'll show you the image so you can have a look at it. Hold on, I'll just bring it up here.
Yeah, I remember too, like this video game video. Like he goes like point. I'm just like,
there you go. Power Gloves in the chat box. That was actually the thing too.
And of course there was no knowing this back then, but if they stopped at part 3 or 4, all of them, Friday, Halloween, if you look into a crystal ball and you ask, they say, just wait 40 years, there'll be opportunity to revisit these characters. Because quite frankly, I have no interest in doing any direct sequel to Elm Street films. Maybe to Elm Street 3 in the first, but if they do a direct sequel to the first one, does anybody care now? I mean, if you don't like the movie, maybe you don't, but
there are some horror fans that probably will see it.
Halloween 2 and then Halloween 2018 came out, and I think it's just Halloween 2018 is the best sequel since part 4, but I don't think it's like incredible or anything, but there are other people that do.
I mean, Halloween 2018 was cool. Halloween Kills is my favorite, as you know.
Yeah.
But
how would you feel, Paul? How would you feel, Paul, if they did a direct sequel to Nightmare and they just erased the sequels, only the first film?
A direct sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah.
I would be interested in seeing it as long as they know what the fuck they're doing and they got the right people involved. Because if you got the right people involved, then you got yourself a winner.
I had some fan try to tell me that just Giant Deb's playing Glenn. I was like, it's not Glenn, you idiot.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. And yes, and that was the whole, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And I was like, back when the world was very anti-drug.
God, I remember those fucking things in those arcade machines. Every time you come across an arcade machine, you'd have that little federal government logo saying, winners don't take drugs and all that shit. And I remember there was this fucking... Do you remember an old arcade game that came out in the 90s called Narc?
No.
Dude.
In my time, arcades were dead.
Oh, dude, it was a really cool arcade game from back in the day. It was on the Midway arcade collection on the PS2. I still got it, funny enough. But no, dude, like, if you were old enough around during my time, the 80s and early 90s was peak fucking arcade games. We had like a lot of good ones that came out back in the day. I mean, that's where Mortal Kombat started, for crying out loud. Yes, Motionless Zombie, those ones too. You know, like, yeah, Dare, McGruff, the crime dog, and then you had games like Total Carnage and Smash TV.
Oh my God, this looks so lame.
Doing
Think of
Mario.
Freddy in the think of Freddy in the first film. Then you got Freddy here, Robert
Playing a
Englund,
fucking video
Bubblegum,
game.
playing a video game.
I will admit, I do like the video game effects to this part, but it it don't belong in a fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
I am trying so hard not to
This is
completely lose my
painful.
shit.
If
you
you could
chose
see
this.
my face, if you could see my face right now, I am just I can't because my camera's weird, but
I was
you
gonna
see
say
my
put your
face
camera
right
on.
now, I'm just
Well, do you want to know what I'm thinking right
I'm
now? Hang
sick
on.
to my
I'm gonna put my camera on. You want to know how I feel, folks?
this? What?
Watch,
Just watch.
guys. What the fuck am I watching?
What the hell was? Oh, come on, Paul. I can have fun with it. Like, well, I can have fun with this movie, Paul.
Oh, I can have fun with it with a movie too, but this is not it. This ain't it, bro.
This is so cheesy and so corny. Freddy
like-
stepping on his stomach.
My God.
Oh my God. Chat room. Where do you place this? I want to chat room out of all the Elm Street films. Let's talk about out of the first 6, not including Wes Craven's New Nightmare, not including Freddy vs. Jason, not including the remake.
Well, I'm putting this at the bottom of my
What
list
the
already.
hell am I watching right now?
I don't know.
Now, chat, where do you place this out of the 6 films? Because that's where it kind of stopped. Out of the 6 films, where do you place this? And be honest, I'm not going to judge you if this is 4th or 3rd or 1st. Where do you place this in your ranking?
I will be shocked if somebody put this on the top of their list. All right, guys, in the chat box, what order are you putting this lot in? The first 6. All right, well, for me then,
because Paul, by all intents and purposes, this is well. I mean, I think Freddy vs. Jason acknowledges this, but this is the end of Freddy. This is of the original series. This is the death of Freddy.
Yeah, this is it.
It just seems like that just happened just so he could fall through the table.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, let us know, chat. Where do you rank this?
All right, well, for me then, while they do that, this one's definitely at the bottom. Then I would probably put 5 just above it. This is going to be a little controversial. 4 would be next on that list. Then I'm gonna say
again only the 6 ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be 6, 5, 4. And then this might come as a bit of a shock, but I think I think it's probably gonna be the first one would be in 3rd for me. Part 3 would be in number 2, and part 2 is on the top of my list. What do you think about that?
It's a good list, but again, Paul, like the image of Freddy in part 2, when you see his face through the flames and how creepy and scary he looked, and then you got him, he's showing off the glove, like going, it's like I can imagine people in the movie theater going, you think people in the movie theater was watching this going, oh my God, it's so scary.
Dude, my ass would have just left the cinema like 30 minutes in the movie. Oh, look, bloody TV. Where we see that already with a bed. Great to be back in business. You're out of business, mate. What are you talking about?
What is this supposed to be like? Fucking Alice in Part 4? Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here, bitch! You ain't Alice. He kicks him right in the nuts. Like, look at this. What am I watching? What am I watching? What am I watching?
I don't know.
Watching.
What are we watching?
What are we watching? A shitty movie. That's what we're watching.
Well, we're watching a Nightmare on Elm Street movie that you picked.
I know I picked it because we gotta finish. We gotta go to the goddamn franchise. But
yeah, we still have 2 more to go after this one.
I can't, hey.
We got 3 to go after this one.
Somebody said I prefer the Goldbergs episode. Yeah, you're right. And that shit was cheesy. And then Robert looked a little past Freddy's prime, let's just say. But yeah, I'd rather watch that Goldberg episode over this.
I'd rather watch that.
And that was cheesy too. And that's my worry. You see, when they did the Goldbergs episode, and I get it, it's a comedy, so what are you gonna do? I get it. But my worry is if they were to just do a sequel, they would continue this version of Freddy. And that's sort of my concern. And that's kind of like, because this version of Freddy, the Freddy that is not exactly this one in part 6, but a Freddy that is wisecracking, Freddy that is comical and just so jokey fun, is so embedded in the pop culture that I'd be worried that that's sort of their default that they go back to if they were to do a follow-up to any of the last 4 films. I kind of hope they just start over. They either do a direct sequel to the first one to bring back Nancy, or they just do a what's her Marge. I know John Saxon, but the lady that played Marge.
Yeah, I know.
We might be able to bring her back. That would interest me because I believe somehow you're going to go back to Scary Freddy, or you do a sequel to part 2 and you bring back I don't know, Jetsy whatsoever. But I feel like I personally believe Elm Street's future is either going back or maybe a series. Maybe, like I said, once this Friday the 13th, if this Friday the 13th series that's coming out this year, if that pops off, you never know. Hell, we make it a Halloween series, which I hope to God we don't, but you never know.
I mean, like A24 is doing this Friday the 13th TV series, so I think from a story standpoint, it's in good hands because A24 has delivered some pretty solid movies, horror and non-horror films. And I know that I think, didn't they recently acquire the rights to Texas Chainsaw?
I don't know.
So I think A24 might be able to deliver Friday the 13th. I mean, yeah, they could probably pull it off. I mean, like if this is going to be the start of reviving Jason again, who we have not seen for 17 fucking years now, man. It's been nearly 20 years since that last movie.
You're right. And I just hope to God, if you're gonna bring it back, make him scary. But like I think that's why they're probably waiting to see how this Friday. Oh, this is like watching. It's like a Roadrunner cartoon. It's like it's like watching a Looney Tunes. It's like watching an episode of Looney Tunes, bro.
This is Mortal Kombat. Fatality.
It's like watching an episode of Looney Tunes. And look at the fucking pillow that's on it. Oh my God.
That's a fucking lame.
Oh, you think I'm your daddy? Ooh, wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Look, all power to the people who love this movie, who enjoy watching it. But for me, there's not enough scary. There's not enough nuance. There's not enough spooky. There's not enough meat on the bone. There's not enough, there's not enough good shit for me to watch. I don't give a fuck. I could watch this movie tonight and never watch it again for the rest of my life. And I could not care less.
James, just say it. James, just say it. This movie sucks.
This movie sucks. Okay, it's just not enough. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, it's not enough. Few songs like enough, but it's not enough.
This movie is ass. Biggest pile of dino shit I've ever seen in my life. You know what? You know what my stomach thinks of this movie? That's what I think of it. It's as bad as a
There you
belch.
go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, that 3D bit was all right, but whatever. It's not enough, though, to save this movie. You can have all the fancy shit you want, but the story is not there.
I did. Yeah, that guy that we followed. That I didn't give a fuck about him. He was a terrible actor anyway.
I don't care. I don't fucking care right now, man. This movie is just I rarely, and you know me, James, I rarely, if ever, get disappointed or pissed off with a movie. I'm pretty open-minded, but this is just If there's a movie I could erase from a series, this would be it. Just
Lisa Zane's kind of, she's kind of hot. I'll give her that.
yeah.
I would love to see a, I would love to see an Elm Street that wraps it all up.
Yeah, we
Bring
need
back
that.
Nancy. Bring back Alice. Hell, you don't really need to bring back Nancy. Honestly, you could bring back if you're gonna do Elm Street. You could continue with West Side with New Nightmare and with Dylan.
Now there's an interesting idea.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it that way, you know, or like I said, you could bring back Lisa Wilcox, you know. After all, she's the one Elm Street kid. I don't give a fuck what this movie says. Fuck what this movie says. She's the one Elm Street killed. One Elm Street kid that Freddy did not get.
Yep, that's right.
Freddy
one that got away.
Freddy was so scared of her. He tried to go after her kid.
I mean, like, she pretty much went after his lunch money in that film. I mean, like, this is going to sound crazy, but I can tolerate the fifth one more than this. At least that had some scares in it.
Barely.
Yeah, barely, but still.
I don't even. God, part 5. What's it called? The Dream Child. Yeah, that movie is. But I probably would watch 5 over this.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that the guy who directed it a year later went on to do Predator 2.
Freddy had a daughter. Yeah. Oh, nobody gives a fuck.
I don't care, dude.
Because, like I said, where did she come from? Like, why are we knowing this now? She had a kid.
I know. This is bad, man. I mean, how the hell did they get the dude from the Alien films in a Yappa Kissel in this? How? I might have said his name wrong, but you know the actor I'm talking about.
Now? Like, what's her name?
Which one?
I know what you're talking about. But what's this actress? This actress name?
What, Lisa Zane?
Freddy's dead.
Well, her last movie was 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago.
She's 60 now.
Well, yeah, she was 26 when she did this. 9, 10, Never Sleep Again. Whatever.
Oh, she wanted to do some things after this.
Yeah, she's done.
This Paul is the most Elm Street. This is the most Nightmare on Elm Street. This movie is like playing that original theme song right there.
That's as close as you're gonna get.
That's the closest we got.
Yep, that's the end of the movie, folks.
She's
We
on
just
the
heard the theme.
meds. Take those meds, bitch.
Yeah, and then you got
Take
this.
those meds. Take those meds. She's being reminded. There he is. Good
And this
old
is the only-
Robert Englund.
The only time you see him without the makeup in the series. Well, until
true.
Freddy versus Jason, and
Not
until
true.
New Nightmare. Yeah, at the time, until New Nightmare and
Still not
Freddy
true. That's still not
Okay,
true,
all right.
Paul.
all
Still
right,
not
go on
true.
then. Where else did I miss? It's been a while since I've seen these movies, so go on.
He was also seen without makeup in part 2.
Oh fuck! How did I forget that? Oh, I'm getting old. Sorry, guys.
He was the bus driver in part 2. And he was even though he was in costume, but he was also without makeup in part 4 when he played as the nurse.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. Sorry, guys. My memory's a little vague here because of my age. Yeah. What the
Lisa Zane
fuck?
still looks good. She still looks good for 60 something. She still looks good.
Oh yeah. No argument for me on that one. And I gotta say, I know it happened last October, but I gotta give a shout out to Robert Englund. Yeah, I was saying I gotta give a shout out to Robert Englund for finally getting his name on the Walk of Fame. Long overdue.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Dude is 78.
He deserves
and
it.
Still, yeah, damn right he deserves it. This guy bust his ass to get where he's at, and to still have the longevity that he has.
But there comes a point in time, Paul. There comes a time, Paul, where all these characters, where a movie is made, and it feels like I'm watching cosplaying as the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, this is Robert Englund. It's still Robert Englund. You could tell it's him. You know, he's got the body and the movements. But because we see so much of him so clearly, there's no regard for how to light him, how to anything. It's just Robert, go stand over there. Okay, go, action. It's like just shoot it like there's no regard for any of that.
Should have kept him in the shadows.
Look like a boom mic in the frame there. There's something pointing just came in the frame there a few months ago.
Yeah.
Am I tripping, Paul? Did you not see that?
I think I caught
it. Looked like a boom mic.
Yeah, it was. That was a boom mic.
But yeah, see, I thought so. But they become character shows like this. May be blasphemous to say. This may be blasphemous to say what I'm about to say.
Go on.
I kind of felt that way. Well, I do like that line. I don't like every town has an Elm Street. I think that's a cool line. That's kind of true. My Davenport, we have an Elm Street.
We got one too.
But that way about Jason Voorhees in part 6. Because of the spoofy satirical nature of the film, Jason's walking around with a belt and gloves and a knife belt. And you're like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, you got the utility belt, Jason. And I'm kind of like, well, why is he walking around with this? I understand it's a fan film. It's a fan favorite. I get that. I've said this all the time. Like, I thought this was fucking hilarious in the movie, but
it's my favorite one.
Compare him to part 4. It's not the same. It's not the same. Kind of like what Michael Myers in part 6. Like comparing to part 1, it's like it's not the same character. Hey,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
if people just enjoy it, they just enjoy the absurdity of it.
That's
then
true.
What the fuck doesn't matter? Who gives a shit what I think? Who really cares what I think?
Each incarnation of
Who
Jason
gives a
has
fuck
its
what I
fans.
think? If you love it, you're right. If you love it, then you love it. But if you come into my house and you talk shit, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But the door's right there. You can leave too.
You heard him,
I
folks.
just
You heard the man.
there you go. Oh, wait,
Who's
so
this
this is where
fat-
we learn this
who's
girl's. This is her dad, right? This is her dad.
beating the shit out of him.
She's beating the shit out of her father. Ow! Ow! She's going to town. She's beating the shit out of him with a coffee mug.
I'm surprised that thing didn't break. Ooh,
Obviously, she's in a drink.
it's definitely dreaming. Freddy being a cheeky bastard again. Oh, that makeup effect is
What's with
shit.
kids today, huh? No respect. It's like lines like that. It's like, where are these lines coming from?
Who the fuck
And
wrote his
again,
lines?
to be fair, Paul, in the very first Elm Street, there was one or two moments where he kind of a little cheeky, like Tina
Yeah.
ran to the house and he's like, "Hey, Tina, watch this."
Oh,
And he
by the
cuts
way, you
off
know
his
that
finger and the spit comes out.
and you know that bit where you saw Freddy literally crack her in the face with that backhand? He accidentally
Yeah.
legit blasted her in the face during the filming.
Hilarious. But again, it's balanced. It's like he's not. This movie is not scary at all. There's nothing,
nothing scary
scary
about it.
about this movie. There's no scenes that's scary. There's no scene that's like, oh, it's kind of creepy. It's some creepy shot. Ooh, it's kind of creepy. Nothing. There's nothing scary about this.
Part 2 had better scares than this.
Like in Nightmare 1, there was a balance. Freddy, like I said, Freddy still had his moments, but he was still fucking creepy. Here, it's like pay your $5. At the time, it was $5 to go to the movie theater. Pay your $5, sit the fuck down, and enjoy this amusement park ride.
Guess how much it was for one ticket to see a film today for me? Go on, guess.
I wish I still kept my ticket stubs from all the movies I've seen over the years.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, you're saying about $5 for a ticket. The movie that I saw today, the ticket only cost $10.50.
Oh, Jesus. And then to get popcorn and stuff, that's like another $10, and a drink, that's probably like that's a drink that's $5. You already spent fucking $25-$30 before you even seeing the goddamn movie.
Well, I've spent about 10 quid on a movie ticket, and then £5 for a large Fanta or Tango orange with ice. So about 15 really. I usually sneaks my own food in.
Yeah, the movie going experience. Yeah, it's still great, but I can kind of understand why people think it's cheaper to watch movies at home because fuck.
And also keep in mind the fact that they end up on streaming platforms like in about a month or two after its release. That's usually how it goes now.
He's got a gun!
Yep. He had a gun, all right.
Again, Paul, you never know. You never know. You never know. That's the point.
Without warning, we get shot.
Yeah, but Paul, don't it just look like Robert Engels is cosplaying?
Yeah, he is. This is for a paycheck. He's having fun, of course. He enjoys doing it, but we all know this is for a paycheck.
Oh, it's just 100% a paycheck.
Mm.
Like it seems like they phoned it in. It just seems like that they phoned this movie in, and it's like there was really no love into this project. It was just let's just shit this movie out.
Yeah, I mean, this movie came out like what, 2 years after the fifth one? So they started grinding into production in 1990. And plus, like I said, they wanted to do the whole 3D gimmick thing, and this is what we ended up with.
Interesting enough, Paul. There's hardly, out of all the big three, the Nightmare on Elm Street films hardly have any nudity.
This is true.
You see one? You see no one naked.
And also, if I remember correctly, this movie had the second lowest death rate next to 5, and that's only 3. And did you notice also that all the deaths in this one were all dudes and not chicks?
Oh shit, you're right. I never noticed that.
That's the one thing that I always noticed in this one.
A very progressive movie in 1991.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the progressiveness, but I mean, like, it's just that was the one thing I noticed about this one specifically.
I think out of all the movies, I think the most nudity is part 5 of Friday the 13th, part 5. Like, out of all the movies, Halloween, Nightmare, and Jason, Friday, I think the most nudity of all the movies is part 5.
I think the remake comes a close second of the Friday the 13th films.
And here's what I gotta say about part 5. People say part 5 is dog shit. At least it feels like a Friday the 13th film. It has the same tone, same feeling. It feels like a Friday the 13th film. It smells like a Friday the 13th film. It keeps the same. It keeps the same tone. No, it's not literally Jason.
No,
it's not literally Jason. Oh god, the fucking 3D glasses. But anyway,
Yes.
but even though it's not literally Jason, it's no more hokey or campy than part 4, 3, or even 2. Like, it still feels like a Friday the 13th. Swap Roy for Jason, and you have just another Friday the 13th film. This is Freddy is so different. The tone is so different. Yeah, 3D. Why 3D? I never understood why Freddy's Dead was in 3D, because the 3D resurgence was in the early 80s, and it died really fucking quick from what I've heard. So for this being 3D is crazy.
The more recent 3D movies had a longer longevity than these ones did. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, so that's what's going on in my head. This must be my head they're looking into. It's not Freddy's. This is mine. But
I'm
Why?
oh, look, there's the 3 demon sperms.
Oh my god, Paul, this is terrible.
So these are the demons that drive Jason, huh? 3 little
my
3D sperm-like things.
God.
I want to scream a lot of swear words right now, but I don't want to upset the neighbors.
I don't. And you see Robert Englund standing there, and it's like, wait, so he wasn't burned? Why is he burned? Oh my God.
There's a lot of plot holes in this fucking movie, man. Just I'm gonna start ranting like fucking Jim Cornette in a minute. I swear to God.
Oh God, dude, that motherfucking Freddy Krueger is being surrounded by motherfucking sperm. I just did this fucking movie.
Yeah, pretty much that. This movie is just. Usually, folks, for anyone who's just tuned in, we'd be a lot more lively when we're watching this movie, but this movie is such a fucking depressing experience.
Now here he is, Kid Freddy.
Yep. Oh, poor little furball.
And I don't need to. And again, I don't need to. We're going to go
Origin
into Freddy's
story.
backstory, his origin, and
We already
And
know
I-
he's a bastard son of 100 maniacs. We don't need to know any more than that.
yeah, because that's a smart idea. Give The most evil son of a bitch on the planet, Sympathy. That's a smart idea.
That's what they do nowadays, isn't it?
You're right. I mean, they did it with that fucking
Abby.
uh, yeah. Fuck her. But they did it with that Ed Gein story where they try to give him sympathy. It's like that's the one thing about these movies. I'm kind of like, let's not do that. Let's not do
you
that.
saw that? You saw that monster series, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, here's Alice Cooper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely Alice Cooper.
That's definitely Alice Cooper.
Now the reason he got in this is
sure it's cool. Like, hey, it's Alice Cooper. But again, it's like, why is he here?
well, first of all, he was a fan of this. He was a fan of the series, and this is the only time you get to see him without the makeup, and he actually wanted to be involved in this in some shape or form.
Yeah, but we're watching Alice Cooper beating the shit out of well, it's not Alice Cooper, but again, it's like, why? Like, I don't know. We're getting all the contrived backstory and exposition here that we did not need.
A 3D bottle of Molly, nice. So basically, he made a deal with free floating sperms, and that's how this ended up. That's how he ended up being what he is.
It looks so cheesy. These effects are so bad.
This is early day CG, 3D kind of. You know. I'm just gonna go ahead and say they're just demon sperm. There you go. I just said it. What else you want me to call them? And then he basically is choking out her mom.
The rules: unless killed by a family member. A family member.
Yep. I rest my case.
T85 says only one Freddy movie is worse than this. One is that shitty remake. That remake is terrible.
Yeah, we did watch it. How much is that steelbook, T85? That 4K one, how much is it? I was kind of debating with myself if I was going to do it or not. And I'm going to say this as well. This third act, this ending that's coming up, man, is so fucking anticlimactic. You'll know when we see it.
Oh yeah, they make what's her name? What's Freddy's daughter's name?
Hang on, I'll get it. It is
because I remember they book her super strong. Like she's in
Kruger.
Catherine Kruger. I like Catherine Kruger, but like she's in no danger. You don't really feel Freddy could get her. She just beats Freddy's ass, man. It's like
they made him a bitch.
Like, this is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, this is how
at
we're gonna do
it. When Nancy did it, she did it by setting traps for Freddy. Here, she's literally fighting. She fights him like face to face, like hand-to-hand combat. It's like, really? Nancy did it with traps and evading him and all that stuff, and get out of his way. And
where'd they get all the fucking weapons? The fuck is all this? Fucking shurikens, brass knucks, combat knives, fucking weapons you'd find on Dead Island and Dying Light. What the fuck is this?
Oh, my stomach's about to hurt, bro.
Dude, I want to let off a really loud belch just to say how this movie feels, but I'm going to save it till the end. This is just terrible, man. Like, who the fuck greenlit this? Robert Shane, you fucked up, man. On this one, you fucked up. Oh my god, man. I can't. Freddy's a bitch here. Look at this.
Bruh.
Oh, please end this fucking movie now, guys. Please. $400 for that fucking steel kit. Fucking hell, bro. The PlayStation 5. You know what? I'm gonna wait until it goes down in price if it ever does. I'll wait until then. Yes, Solid Snake. I know how it feels. Damn.
Now we're seeing Robert England with the glove. Oh, there goes the glove, and the crowd's going. Ah! I thought the glove was coming at me. Oh.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh my god, that scared me so much. Oh my god, the glove was coming right at me. Oh. It's such an amazing 3D.
It's set! That too, T85. God, that got me kicking up.
Go ahead. He said it to her. Go. Let Daddy show you how to use it. I know how to use it, Dad.
Oh, God. What are we doing here? I am silent with disappointment right now. This ending is so fucking anticlimactic, man. You'll know what I mean if you guys have not seen this before. You're going to find out. Oh, Did she just bite his nose? She bit his nose. Dog, it's fucking lame.
I remember when we used to hold hands together when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
Really? Really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? Oh, man.
They've completely bitched Freddy out. They bitched him out.
This is beyond bitching out. This goes above and beyond.
You wouldn't think this is the same guy from part one.
Shuriken
and two.
he just got a shuriken in the dick.
Hell, even in part three, where in part three was the best balance of Freddy being wisecracking and scary. Even part three, Freddy wouldn't do this.
Oh. This is ridiculous. I've seen better deaths for Freddy than this. I think his death in part 4 was fucking spectacular.
I wasn't the biggest fan of his death in part 4, but I'll take that over this. Where did that come from?
Pipe bomb.
Where did that come from? Did anyone just pull a pipe up out their ass?
It was in that police evidence room, remember?
Oh, you're right. Where did that come from? This is so silly. It's so silly.
Oh, she just stabbed him with the glove. Jesus. You might be ahead. But yeah, here we go. There's that damn pipe bomb. But she's just about to fucking ram in him.
There's nothing scary about this movie. There's nothing scary about this.
Yeah.
You know what she should have said when she stabbed him? Help yourself, fucker!
Yeah, I would have took that. And that's his last word. Kids. There's the demon sperm.
And did that black dude just really rip off the door off his hinges like that?
Yeah, he did. That's the dude that was on Alien and the Running Man. And then this is it. Just Freddy's dead. That's it.
It just ends. It just
Right,
ends
James-
right there. And then
James?
does this montage of the far better movies.
Yeah. And James and everybody in the chat, first of all, I'm going to apologize, but here's my overall opinion of the movie. I just got to wait for it to charge up a minute. But I will drop you my one opinion in just a second. I should have to drink it down here. That's what I think of this fucking movie. Dog shit. Makes me want to do that. There's a bit more too. God
All right,
damn.
all right, well, man, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Okay.
Fuck this movie.
But yeah, let us know your thoughts on what you thought of this movie. Where would you place this movie in your list of Freddy movies? I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people that are gonna put it at number one just to piss me off. It's the best. It's the best movie. It's the best horror movie of all time.
You're gonna get a dry slap if you say that to me.
Oh my God, Paul! Yeah, get the movie news ready, man. We need to take a break for God damn it. This movie, this movie can suck my dick. Okay, I don't give a fuck. It can suck my dick. I could put my balls in his jaws, man. God damn.
Disrespectful music. Disrespect, fun music. Midi West. She wanna be my private dancer. Stripper anthem, baby. My private detour. Let's go.
Can I put my balls in your jaws? Your jaws. Balls in your jaws. Can I? Can I put my balls in your jaws? Your jaws. Balls in your jaws. Can I? Girl, you got a long tongue, you can't go wrong. When you see me, you say I turn you on. You always say, if I get a chance, I'm gonna satisfy your needs. I don't got no problem getting on my knees. I don't got no problem, I'm your freak. I don't got no problem getting on my knees. I don't got no problem, I'm your freak. Hit me up all day. Talking about how she gonna swipe me. She said she just loves swallowing my baby. She started doing me inside my Mercedes. She love going up and down. She keep making that sound. Licking it, swallow it, goggle it. Can I put my balls in your jaws? Your jaws. Balls in your jaws. Your jaws. Can I? Can I put my balls in your jaws? Your jaws. Balls in your jaws. Can I? Girl, now you in my womb. You not gonna make me come too soon. Cause I'm gonna make you take your time. Yeah, you keep going up and down, making that making that sound.
So sloppy.
Head game so vicious. When she come up, she look me in my face, delicious. She say she in love with me, doing those things so lovely. I feel so relaxed. She keep me coming back to back. Don't get it twisted, I bring her back. Don't get it twisted, I make her come back. Balls in your jaw, your jaws, balls in your jaw, your jaw. Can I put my balls in your jaw, your jaw, balls in your jaws? Can I?
No, every day you hear talking about balls.
No. That's what I want to do in this movie. I want to go on balls in his jaws, man. That's what it deserves to be disrespected. Piss on it, shit on it. I fought on this movie. I fought on this movie. Look, I love Robert Englund. God bless you, man. But I hate everybody that's ever been involved in this movie, and this movie should be burned, buried, shitted on, pissed on, and movie, all the disrespectful things this movie needs to be.
Feel better?
Fuck the movie. I feel amazing. How about you, Paul?
Okay, well, I'm feeling good now. So let's get some movie news going. Right. All right. First of all, we got a documentary that's coming out. It's about the it says here it's about the devastating story of Poltergeist star Heather O'Rourke. Oh, check this out.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
Well, I'm going to read it to you. This is what's going down. The documentary is called She Was Here. It examines the heartbreaking true story of child actor Heather O'Rourke, who starred in the Poltergeist trilogy before her death at the age of 12. This movie is going to be released on digital and DVD on February 24th. It's going to feature interviews with the Poltergeist stars Craig T. Nelson, Jill Beth Williams from Poltergeist 3, filmmaker Gary Sherman, Gremlins actor Zach Gilligan's in this, with O'Rourke's surviving family members, the O'Rourke sisters, Kathleen and Tammy, along with others. It's being directed by Nick Bailey. The film aims to counter decades of speculations and conspiracy theories surrounding Heather O'Rourke's death by presenting an authorized account from those who know her. The project was directed and developed with complete participation of the O'Rourke family, who gave productions access to their private collections, diaries, letters, photographs, previously unseen home videos. There is a trailer for it, and like I said, it's going to be dropping on the 24th of February. It's called She Was Here. Now, I will admit, I am a bit of a documentary whore. I like watching documentaries left, right, and center. Any good ones that's worth seeing, I'll definitely check them out. So, James, I know you're a big Poltergeist fan, and I know you know a little bit about the whole thing with Heather O'Rourke. What's your take on this one?
I think that whole situation is really, really tragic and really, really sad. And I hate that happened to that sweet little girl that's in Poltergeist. I don't know if I want to watch that, because anything involving children, really, really fucks with me. So, I mean, it sounds interesting, but I don't. Yeah, I agree. If I have them Poltergeist movies they say those movies are cursed. Yeah. Right, but recipes have our work, man. Hate to see that little girl go out like that.
Yeah. Well, if I do get a chance to watch it, I'll definitely check it out, and I'll let you know what I think of it when it happens. Okay. We got some movie news here. There's a movie coming out called This Is Not a Test. They just recently released a trailer to it, and it's being described as The Breakfast Club meets 28 Days Later in a teen zombie flick. Okay, let's have a look at this.
Breakfast Club and 28 Days Later.
Interesting combination, right?
So it's a bunch of 5 kids that are completely different, stuck in a library fighting off zombies in a high school.
Let me read it and see what it says. So this is a zombie outbreak movie that's going to be in the theaters on the 20th of February from an independent film company, and it's also going to be on Shudder at some point. Adam McDonald, who is going to be writing and directing this movie, which is based on Courtney Summers' 2012 young adult horror novel of the same name. It follows a small group of classmates who take cover in a high school to escape their suddenly apocalyptic hometown. As danger relentlessly pounds on the doors, Selene begins to see the world through the eyes of the people who actually want to live and takes matters into their own hands. Olivia Holt, Fori Gonzalez, who was in The Strangers, and the girl that was in Heart Eyes is in it. Courtney Morth, that was in From. Carson McCormack from Clown in the Cornfield's in this. Chloe Oaken was in Devil in Disguise, that John Wayne Gacy film that was in there. Luke McFadden's in this also. It's being rated R for strong, bloody violence, gore, suicide language, and some sexuality, including brief teen drinking. There is a trailer for this right now. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll probably post it in the chat box for James to check out. I mean, Breakfast Club meets 28 Days Later. Again, that's an interesting combination. And as you know, guys, and James knows, I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to zombie horror films. I'll be willing to check out as many as there is. I mean, as long as it's not in the fucking woods all the time, then we're good. So, it does sound like an interesting concept. I mean, I'll probably check it out. That's, like I said, it's going to be dropping on the 20th of February. It's going to be in a couple of cinemas, and then eventually it'll end up on Shudder. So by my rough estimate, I'm going to take a wild guess and say they'll probably release that on Shudder probably around, let's say, end of April or probably early summer, if I'm guessing correctly. Right, what else we got going on here? Corporate Retreat. There's a trailer for this that's been dropped as well. And they say this is The Menu meets Saw. What the fuck? I've seen that movie as well, The Menu. A friend told me about that one. That's the one that had Ralph Fiennes in it as well. Okay, so let's see. Described as a gory mix of The Menu and Saw. There's a trailer for it as well. It's called Corporate Retreat. Let me see what the story is going on here. Stars in the satirical horror comedy alongside stars Alan Ruck, Odea Rush, and Rosanna Arquette is in this. Blending the dread of survival horror and dark laughs with shock and twist, the film centers around a group of young executives whose luxury team building trip descends into a bloody fight for survival against a vengeful retreat leader. Sasha Lane, who was in Twisters, Elisa Kurvix, who was in Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin, Ashton Saunders, Zion Moreno was in this, Benjamin Norris, Tyler Alvarez, Kirby Johnson, and Ellen Torland are going to be in this assembled cast. Aaron Fisher, who's going to be directing from a script that was co-wrote by Kiri Lee Romero, and Yuri Singer, who was in that White Noise Experimenter, and the producers VIA Passage Pictures. Gary J. Turncliffe, who did the effects for Scream 4 and Halloween Resurrection, is going to be handling the makeup effects in this one. The film is personally...
Oh, Lord!
What?
You said the makeup effects of Halloween Resurrection.
And Scream 4, yeah. Gary J. Turncliffe's in it, doing the makeup effects, yeah.
All right, cool.
Kind of reminds me of Severance and that other movie we saw a while back, that Conference. You remember that one? Kind of reminds me of that.
The Conference? Did we do a show about that?
Yeah, that Netflix movie with those people that go on that.
Oh,
corporate... yeah. That reminds me of that. We got a Darren Aronofsky produced movie called Pendulum, which has been rated R for bloody violent content. So Darren Aronofsky's producing a horror film. Let me look this up. Okay, so this movie is called The Pendulum. It marks the directorial debut of Black Swan screenwriter Mark Heyman, who's going to be directing this. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Phoebe Danville, Jackie Weaver, and Norman Reedus is going to be in this movie. The film follows a young couple, Patrick and Abigail, who are on a journey to a New Age retreat in New Mexico, drawn by the possibilities of recovering the much revered mystical healer Ellen Rose, was played by Weaver, after going through a traumatic event. Patrick is willing to do anything to help his wife, but becomes distrustful of Ella Rose even as Abigail falls under her spell. As paranoia builds, the couple must determine whether Elia Rose's intense spiritual practice offers genuine healing or masks a terrifying truth that threatens to consume them both. This sounds like a supernatural movie, James. I know you like checking out supernatural horror thrillers, but this one's being produced by Darren Aronofsky, and it's got like one of the cast members from The Walking Dead in this, and a couple other names as well, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. What do you think of this?
Sounds interesting.
All right, well, it's called Pendulum. I'm just seeing is there a release date for this? I don't see a release date on here at the minute, but we know it's been rated an R for some strong, bloody, violent content, sexuality, drug use, nudity, like the usual that we usually find in horror films. Send Help, which is a Sam Raimi horror film he's earned his first R rating in 25 years for this movie. You know, it's funny because when I went to see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple earlier today, they did show this trailer for this film called Send Help, and does look pretty fucking interesting. I mean, it's a Sam Raimi movie after all. So, but for anyone who doesn't know about it, I'll tell you the story. Rachel McAdams, who was in Doctor Strange, and Dylan O'Brien, who was in Maze Runner, stars as two colleagues who find themselves stranded on a deserted island after they're the only survivors of a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances and work together to survive, but ultimately, it is an unsettling and darkly humorous battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. It's like I said, it's being directed by Sam Raimi. It's being produced by Bruce Campbell as well as Sam Raimi, and the screenplay is written by Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, and those are the two people who did Freddy vs. Jason and the Friday the 13th remake. So this could be worth looking into. So that could be worth checking out. If anybody hasn't seen that yet, I would say definitely check it out. That's going to be dropping on the 30th of January in the US. We don't get it in the UK until the 2nd of February. And by the way, January 30th, that's the same release date that the UK is going to get for when that Primate movie comes out. Because you guys have already got it in the US right now. We don't get to see that Primate movie until the end of the month. So I don't know if anybody here in the chat box has seen that, but without any spoilers, if anybody's seen it, what's it like? I hear it's like Cujo, but with a rabid chimpanzee. All right. What we got here? Sweetness. There's a trailer here. It's being described as a Gen Z version of Misery. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is going to be dropping on Valentine's Day as well. Okay, so a teenage dream becomes a rock star's nightmare in Sweetness, which looks like a modern riff on Misery, but through Gen Z lens. Okay. This psychological thriller is going to be released on the 13th of February through Saban Films. And there's a trailer that's already out. When a superfan learns that her rock star idol is spiraling into addiction, she makes it her mission to save him, whether he wants help or not. But when her desperate plan spirals out of control, she kidnaps him in a delusional attempt to fix him. What begins as compassion turns into captivity as she locks him away in the name of love. Kate Harlett, Herman Thomas, who was in Ragnarok, stars along with Aya. Oh, what's that fucking name? Aya Furukawa, I think her name is. Justin Chatwin's in it, and Stephen Ogg, who was in The Walking Dead, and also Amanda Burgle, who was in Jason X, is in this movie. Hang on, somebody's texting me nonstop on my phone. A second, hold on. Okay, never mind. All right, anyway, yeah, but it's being written and directed by a Canadian director. Her name is Emma Higgins, and she makes her directorial debut. And it's being produced by Daniel Quinn. So a Gen Z version of Misery. The similarities are there in terms of the story, just a little bit differently. But will it be as good as Misery? Because let's face it, guys, Misery was a fucking damn good movie. Rest in peace to Rob Reiner, by the way, who directed that film. I don't know. There's too many parallels to that movie. I don't know if it would be worth watching or not. I'll probably check it out, but I'm not holding out too much hope for it, you know. All right, what we got there? See if there's any more news. I'm just fishing down here, folks. What the hell is this? German splatter franchise Game of Death coming soon with Steve Barton joining the team. I think I've heard of this one. Hold on. The world of German splatter gets a new face with the Game of Death franchise universe, and an ambitious multimedia project has just enlisted the help of Dread Central's founder, Steve Barton, who was involved in films like Terrifier 2, Never Sleep Again, Nightmare on Elm Street Legacy, Survival of the Dead. Bloody Disgusting has learned that the writer and producer and personality has joined the Game of Death team for its third entry. But let's back up here for a second. What is Game of Death? Yeah, I mean, what is that? It's from the writer and director of effects artist Timo Rose, who's involved in the Game of Death franchise, and will kick off the series with a series of 3 movies with its plans to go even bigger from there. For starters, the first film, Game of Death Chapter 1, The Six Doors to Hell, and its sequel, Game of Death Chapter 2, Dark Secrets, have both been completed and have found distribution abroad and will soon be making their way to North American releases. I haven't seen the trailer yet. After seeing the 2 completed films, they knew they could help elevate the franchise to the next level and will work demand hard to write at home. So this is a German splatter film. What the fuck is this about? Hold on. So they've been working on this for the last 20 years. Rose continues, Game of Death is an expanding, ever-growing universe. We started with 2 films and has since evolved into something truly special and unique. It keeps growing. The first animated film is already complete and already developing video games and everything. Dude, they're turning this into a fucking multimedia franchise here. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can find a trailer for this. See if I can find the story here. All right, here's the story. So the first story, it's set in a bleak future where the world suffocates under the iron fist of a tyrannical regime. Kenshiro, who is driven by an unyielding determination, embarks on a perilous mission to locate the gate of hell and rescue his daughter from the inferno. And in its sequel, the story unfolds across 2 converging timelines while simultaneously jumping back to 2015 to reveal the origins of what's yet to come. Serving as both as a sequel and a prequel, the narrative follows parallel storylines that inevitably converges, exposing hidden truths, long-buried choices, and forces that set the apocalypse in motion. As past and futures collide, and so do the 2 worlds, human and infernal, culminating in a brutal, unavoidable bloodbath that reshapes everything left standing. And then, of course, you got part 3, which is currently in production. Dude, this sounds like my kind of fucking movie. Oh, there's a trailer here. I'm gonna have a look at. I'm gonna look at this trailer first. See what I think of this. I've never even fucking heard of this, but I want to check it out. Oh, it's like a presentation of all this stuff. It kind of reminds me of that Adam Chaplin movie. They got video games of this coming out and everything. Hey, this actually looks pretty good. They got animated films coming out, the 3 movies that's going to be on its way. Dude, they got fucking Robert Samuels from John Wick in this one. Holy shit. Dude, I have never even heard of this franchise before, and I've just come across this now, and this definitely looks like something worth checking out. It's called Game of Death. They got the trilogy coming out. Right. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that. For anyone who's interested, go look it up. It's called Game of Death. They got a trilogy coming out. There's video games coming out. They got a couple of big names involved in this now. This is fucking crazy. Richard Norton, who was in China O'Brien, Mad Max. Dude. There's a lot of cult-like names in this one. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that one. Anyway. Anything else here? What's this? We got something here called 3 Days Rising. It's an Edgar Allan Poe reimagining of a movie. It looks like it stars Mickey Rourke, Ice-T, and Peter Green's in it. Let me read this. Hold on. Okay, Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher gets a politically mesmerizing reimagining with 3 Days Rising. They just dropped the trailer for it. The late Peter Green stars in his final leading role. Ice-T is going to be involved in this along with Mickey Rourke. Green plays the tormented and mentally shattered Eric Usher, battling his own conscience and reality itself, and must choose between family and his own salvation. Life and death consequences hinge on Eric's resolve and sanity as he navigates a world filled with strange interlopers, climaxing in an explosively violent twist ending. Kelly Morrow, Vincent Young, Paul Ben Victor, Bo Dietly, Frank Whaley, Catherine Corcoran, Sticky Fingers, and Renly Santiago are all in this movie as well. Craig Croswick, oh, okay, I can't say the damn name right. But Craig and his brother Derek are going to be he's making a directorial debut in this one, and the screenplay is written by his brother. So we got an Edgar Allan Poe type movie coming out here. They just dropped the trailer for it. This might be worth checking into, but I'll have to wait and see on that one, I guess. Oh, yeah, I did see the trailer for this one. I don't know if James has seen this one yet. I don't know if anybody else here has seen this, but just a few days ago, they just recently released a trailer and a poster for Lee Cronin's version of The Mummy, which is being described as Poltergeist meets Seven. Yeah, guys, I did see the trailer for this one. This one looks pretty fucking interesting. For anyone who doesn't know, this is being directed by Lee Cronin, and his last movie was Evil Dead Rise. And they just recently dropped a trailer for it. This movie is going to be hitting the cinemas on the 17th of April. It's being produced by James Wan as well. I'm just seeing what the story for this one is. Okay, so in ancient Egyptian civilization, dark spirits and visions of the dead were never an illusion. Some that passed over were gone forever, but an unlucky few were consumed by a darkness far more evil than anyone could have ever imagined. Today it begins. That's what it says here. This is a very different kind of mummy movies. Cronin tells IGN, who's revealed that the new stills and an insane mashup to suggest that the film is almost one part Poltergeist and one part Seven, put through his lens in the way that he likes to entertain people. He continues, when I want to talk about Poltergeist, and what I mean is the domestic circumstances and the warmth of family, and then when I talk about Seven, what I mean is the dark investigative angle and the secrets that exist behind it. So you basically got a combination of those two films put together to make his version of The Mummy. That sounds like an interesting combination. And from what I saw in the trailer before we went on the air, man, it does look fucking dark. And I've seen a few like different incarnations of these mummy films in the past. I mean, of course, you got that one that Brendan Fraser was involved in with that recent, that Mummy trilogy from years ago. But this is a whole different type of mummy film. And the fact that you got the guy who did Evil Dead Rise involved in directing this one and writing it. And if you guys haven't seen Evil Dead Rise, then you should check that one out for sure. But yeah, if anyone's interested in seeing The Mummy, that movie is going to be dropping in the cinemas on the 17th of April? Yeah, 17th of April. That's going to be out this year. I'm definitely going to be checking that one out for sure. What's this? Oh, shit. Okay, for anyone who's been catching up with these movies, everyone remembers that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We still got part 2 to go through, and they've been releasing all these other movies as well. Like the horror version of Bambi and Peter Pan, which actually that one was actually a pretty fucking creepy horror film. But anyway, Pooniverse Monsters Assemble. So basically, all those characters we've been seeing, they're all gonna have a combination, and they're all gonna come together in this one film. So it says here, Puniverse Monsters Assemble, the combination of the Twisted Childhood universe that kicked off with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, will enter production this year. Announced way back in 2024, this Avengers-style crossover is set to shoot this summer. Jagged Edge Productions confirmed it on Twitter. The creator of this universe, Frank Rutherford, is attached to helm the director in this movie, bringing together heroes and villains from Blood and Honey, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Bambi the Reckoning, and the upcoming Pinocchio Unstrung. The Monster Mash is also rumored to include even more nightmarish takes on the public domain characters, including Sleeping Beauty, Alice in Wonderland, and Mary Poppins. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this now. It'll be complete carnage. They were heavily influenced by Freddy versus Jason and the Avengers, and would love to see a horror movie where the villains and the group together are going after the survivors of those respective type of films, and have some incredible set pieces in mind with some sequences that will truly shock people. But before that movie comes out, later in May, we got a third Blood and Honey movie coming out this May, which is the script is by Scott Chambers, who did Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, which was actually a solid film, and it's being directed by Richard Stanley. Hey, wait, that's the guy who did that's the same dude that did films like Dust Devil and Hardware, which are fucking classic movies. And he also recently did that film that Nicolas Cage was in called Color Out of Space. So that might be worth checking into. Equipped with a bigger budget than the previous installments, it's expected to introduce an additional Winnie the Pooh character, including Rabbit and the Heffalump lumps, and the Woolsels, I think that's what it says there. So that's going to be out in May, but then sometime next year we'll have that Monsters Assemble one coming out. Or we're going to have to do some catching up, so might have to watch a sequel at some point so we can kind of get up to speed with that. Okay, any more bits of news? Hang on, I'm just fishing right now, folks. There was one that I saw not too long ago. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Bear with me. Yeah, a brand new image got released on this film that I feel like a lot of people have been sleeping on. And it's a movie called Psycho Killer. Yeah, so they just released a new image which shows a good glimpse at the main killer in this movie, who's been known as the satanic slasher. And this was revealed recently on USA Today. The guy that's playing the killer is a guy called James Preston Rogers, who plays the masked murderer in this upcoming horror thriller, which is being produced by the guys who did Barbarian and Weapons, and the screenplay is by Andrew Kevin Walker, who was responsible for films like Seven, 8mm, and Sleepy Hollow. So that's the guy who's wrote this movie. So the movie follows the brutal murder of her husband, and a Kansas Highway Patrol officer sets out on a journey to track down the perpetrator. As the hunt progresses, she soon comes to realize that the man responsible is a sadistic killer, and his depths of his mental depravity and his sinister agenda is way more twisted than anyone can ever imagine. It's being directed by Gavin Polone, who makes his directorial debut, but he's known for producing films like Panic Room, Zombieland, Seven, and all those other ones. And when I said that the people that were involved in producing it were the same guys who did Barbarians and that, Georgina Campbell, who did Barbarians, producing it. Grace Dove, who did The Revenant, is involved in producing it. Logan Miller, who did Escape Room, and also the guys who did Weapons, is involved in it. And this movie also stars Malcolm McDowell in it as well. Roy Lee was in Weapons and It. Matt Brenson, who was in The Boy. Aaron McLennan, who was in Fight Club and The Lighthouse. And the Walker executive producers include Martin Moszarskis, Robert Kurtzer, Yavri Michelin, Natalie Min, and Kat Landsberg. This movie is going to be hitting the cinemas on the 20th of February at 20th Century Studios, or 20th Century Fox, as it used to be known as. Now, here's an interesting thing, right? The movie has a Feb 20th release so far confirmed for the US. I haven't seen any news in regards of a UK release, but from what I read on the Google search tab, they do say that Psycho Killer is going to be released the same day as the US gets it. But again, I keep saying this, right? I was looking at all the list of films that were coming out this year, and they say it's going to be a pretty busy year for horror movies. And trust me, there are some heavy hitters coming out, but I do feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this one. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this Psycho Killer film because not many people. Sorry about that. Not many people, I feel, is not talking about this movie very much, and I think people are sleeping on this Psycho Killer movie because I saw that trailer a few months ago. Me and James did a watch along of that trailer on the news a couple while back, and it does look pretty damn good. And the fact that it's based on a screenplay that's written by the guy that did Seven, and if you guys don't know, Seven's one of my favorite serial killer movies that came out back in the day. So I think this might be one of those like hidden gem type serial killer / horror films. So if anyone's interested in checking that one out, that film is going to drop on the 20th of February. I'm not sure if the release date will be the same for the UK, but I'm hoping it is because I definitely want to fucking see this movie. Right. Any more bits of news? I'm sure there is. Let me just check. There might, because like I said, we're in the start of the year here, folks. So we're, kind of building up to all the ones that's coming out. This is mostly like movie news on upcoming movie posters and all that, but it's like whatever. Hold on. Ready or Not 2 and Here I Come. Ready or Not 2, and there's another film called They Will Kill You. They're both going to headline the SXSW's film festival, and it's got a packed horror lineup. Oh, wait, what have we got on the horror lineup? Hang on. What have they got listed? I'm just gonna look it up. Okay, so this is the movies that's going to be shown at the SXSW film convention. We got a film here called Mike and Nick and Alice. It's a R-rated action comedy about two gangsters. Okay, fine. Over Your Dead Body is another horror film that's coming out that's going to be shown there. It's about a dysfunctional couple head to a remote cabin to supposedly reconnect, but each has secrets, plans to kill each other. Samara Weaving and Jason Segel is going to be in this, along with Timothy Olympian Juliette Lewis is going to be in it as well, and it's going to have its world premiere at that convention. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come is going to be dropping there. That's going to be one of the headliners, along with another film called They Will Kill You, which is like a high-octane action comedy. Think of it as Ready or Not meets Kill Bill. Saw the trailer for that a few days ago. It actually looks pretty damn fucking good, so I would be definitely down for seeing that. We got some film here called American Dollhouse. Caught between a grotesque Christmas fantasy and her own childhood trauma, a woman's search for a fresh start in her hometown is violently interrupted by a psychotic neighbor. That's the only bit of information we got on that one. We got a movie here called Drag, which is about a routine robbery at a rural house turns into a nightmare for two amateur burglars when one of them throws her out back. Things spiral out of control as they try to escape before the homeowner returns. Looks like Jake DeVito, Lucy DeVito, and Danny DeVito is involved in this as well. That should be worth checking out. 15. This is another film. I'm not entirely sure. It's a Mexican girl spirals into chaos when supernatural rumors and small town gossip collides, forcing her to face adulthood sooner than expected. That's a little snippet of plot synopsis there. Got a film here called Grind. 4 interconnected tales of workplace horror tackle the most terrifying aspects of modern life, making a living, with a wild tone as darkly comic and as relevant. Grind is the most fun you'll have in the stage of capitalistic hellscape. That's what it says on that one. Imposter. It says here, after a couple's baby boy is taken, the desperate mother learns of a way to bring him back. However, her husband begins to suspect that what she's returned with isn't her son. So that sounds like a thriller of some sorts. But that's some of the films that's confirmed. Hang on, no, there's more. Monitor. Social media moderator unleashes deadly terror when she refuses to publish a cryptic video. So that's another horror movie that's coming out. After Dark. This is a Japanese one. A medium travels deep into the Japanese countryside to perform routine exorcism where she is forced to confront the most terrifying enemy of all. So that's going to be worth checking out. What we got here? We got something here called Family Movie, which is a low-budget horror film that turns into a real-life slasher. When a dead body shows up on set, chaos ensues as the Smiths fight to keep the production on track. After all, the show must go on. Kevin Bacon actually, no, hang on. Kevin Bacon, Sophia Bacon, Travis Bacon, half of the Bacon family's in this. Jackie O'Haley's in this as well. That could be worth checking into. It's a horror comedy. Forbidden Fruits. It's what's this one? Free Eden employee Apple leads a secret witch cult of co-workers. Cherry and Fig, new hires, pumpkins questions their sisterhood. So that's kind of like a witchcraft type movie. Pizza movie, whatever the fuck that is. That looks like a comedy. Sender, what's this? After receiving a series of unwanted packages containing unnervingly targeted items, a woman tumbles down a paranoid rabbit hole to find her mysterious sender. Okay, that's that one. Got a film here called Obsession. After breaking the mysterious one-wish willow to win his crushed heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price. That sounds like a horror film. Got something here called And Her Body Was Never Found. A couple treks deep into the wilderness and makes a movie about their troubled relationship, but takes the opportunity to kill each other instead. Okay. And then there's some documentary stuff here. Okay, fine. Let me just go back out. Any more news? Something about a Scream 7 poster, but I already seen that. Death of Robin Hood's been rated an R for strong bloody violence. Whatever. Yeah, that's it for this week.
All right. Good job, Paul. As always, giving us the movie news. Always appreciated. And on top of that, Paul, go ahead and tell us what we will be watching next week.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say right now, you don't want to miss next week's episode. We're gonna be checking out a kick-ass vampire action movie that came out way back in 1998. And I will say this again: if it wasn't for this movie, you damn sure wouldn't have the Marvel Universe. So my next pick, folks, it's Blade. What have you got, James, to redeem yourself after that monstrosity we watched?
Go fuck yourself. But
Fuck you.
I do feel that I will redeem myself. Because we're going back to the big three.
Okay.
We're going back to the big three. And this is a movie that I feel is very underrated, in my opinion, very underappreciated. Now, I don't know if I got my problems, but I do like it more now than I did back in the day when I first saw it.
Okay.
I think it's time to pull this one out. So we're going back to the big three. And the movie that we will be watching after Blade will be Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Oh, shit. All right. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Let's go ahead and do that. I ain't seen that movie for a long time.
All right. Awesome. All right. And Paul, tell the fine folks where they can find you.
All right, guys. If you're on Facebook, you can type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. there's going to be a high volume of photos coming in the next couple of weeks. I mean, this Friday and Saturday, I got 2 metal gigs coming up. Next Friday, there's going to be another one on the 24th. And then come February, there's going to be a lot of photos of the Venice Carnival stuff, photos of me in costume, and photos I'm going to get of others. It's going to be a nice trip as usual. And if you're also on Facebook, support indie horror. You can find a whole lot of cool indie horror content on there. I'm on TikTok also, Instagram, and Twitch. If I can get myself in the mood to play in a video game again, just type in Gorehound 1983. And if anybody's browsing around on Blue Sky, you'll find me there too.
All right, you can find me here on Primetime Movie Network, of course, Primetime Podcast, and Primetime James Thomas, where that's my professional wrestling channel. This past weekend, Paul, was a really fun one for me. At my home promotion, had our version of the Royal Rumble. I was booked to be in the final 2 out of 25 people. And it was a blast. I was booked to have the most eliminations, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yes, booked me pretty strong, and did the whole. I pretty much help. I pretty much planned out that whole ending sequence of what we're gonna do and how I was gonna get eliminated. It was fun. The venue was rocking. They really did not want me to win the Rumble, but But yeah, it was a blast. So definitely. And I'm pretty sure probably saw my new headshots that I took.
Yeah, I saw those headshots. I mean, you saw some of the ones I posted up as well, man. Those are some good headshots too.
Thank you. Drew's really good at his job. But yeah, so we are going to get on out of here, folks. Yes, indeed, I am on. Thanks for joining this new episode of the Primetime Gorehounds. Watching this absolute dog shit of a film. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let us know your guys' thoughts and comments on Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare in the comment section. And Paul, and before we leave, how are you feeling after watching that movie? How are you feeling?
Well, let's just say when I saw it the first time, I was very disappointed in the movie. In my opinion, still haven't changed.
Well, my feelings haven't changed too. Like I said, this movie can suck my dick.
Put it in your mouth.
What, Paul? But you wonder how I know you'll feel better, Paul? You wonder what I think will make you feel better, Paul?
How's that?
Oh well, to take your mind off that monstrosity, I'm gonna bring you some big women, man. I'm gonna bring you some big women for you.
Was taught to us by our very own pastor, Pastor James, when we was just this little.
Free Pastor James!
My man loves me. He provides for me. He protects me. So tonight, I'm gonna drop it low just for him. Drop it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind. When you're dirty wine, drop it for Jesus. In the club, shake it to the floor and show it love. I'm on the grind, 'cause for my sins he died. 'Cause I know I'll be at the pearly gates for show. I'll be in the number when the trumpet starts to blow. But tonight I gotta drop it low. Drop it low.
God loving music. Give it up again for what's your name?
Renita,
y'all. Yes. They will never be on this program again. That's enough dropping it low for Jesus and all our Christian viewers and our African American viewers. Please don't change the channel. All right, who's in the mood for some music that's wholesome and won't get you sent to hell? Yeah.
Wonderful, beautiful. That's right.
You so-called Christian-looking whores.
That's it.
Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red. Nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws. All this fake hair, breast implants, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute.
Amen.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful, beautiful.
So go to church now. Go to church. Got nothing but a singing hoe, a shouting hoe, a organ playing hoe, a choir director hoe. Hey, preacher. If what I just said describe your wife, you're married to a hoe.
Amen.
Am I right, sir? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Amen. Wonderful.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
A man that's a real man don't want his wife out in the street looking like a prostitute. And you a holy woman?
Amen.
Or claim you the Christian? Christian with skin-tight pants, showing the very shape of your birth canal. Going to some church with the shape of your birth canal exposed in public and jeans all up the backside of your behind, carrying a Bible.
That's right.
Going to church.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We're out. See y'all next week.
Have a good week, y'all. Peace.
Laters.